a pleasant good evening to you and yours, and welcome to the Brevard Sports Network special presentation, audio-only broadcast of the Cocoa Tigers and the Eustis Panthers as they get set for kickoff here tonight. We, of course, this is an audio-only, and the kick is away, fielded at the 1 by the Eustis Panthers, off across the 10, out to the 15, out to the 21-yard line, and this is where the Eustis Panthers offense will take over, 1st and 10. Eustis comes in at 7-3. They are under the guidance and tutelage of fourth-year head coach Frank Scott. 23-17 this year are the Panthers. Now, they can put some points on the board. We'll see how they fare against this dark side defense. Eustis this year, they've scored 349 points, and or 359 points this season. Tonight's game is brought to you by several different sponsors. We want to thank, of course, Jim Williams and Orange Pest Control as well. 356 points, I'm sorry. They have scored 7 more points than that potent Cocoa Tiger offense has. 1st and 10, pistol formation, back in the backfield, man in motion, 2-by-1 set. Quarterback's going to keep it. He pitches last minute, and the Cocoa Tigers eat it alive. That's a loss of 5 on 1st down. Tackle made by number 20, O'Keefe's Battle. And the Tigers have come to play in defense of the 2S state championship. 11:29 to go. Thank you for joining us. I'm sure there'll be 3 million comments asking why are we showing just the scoreboard. So help me out a little bit, if you would, and let everybody know why. Appreciate you. And there is a quick run up the middle for no gain. And, well, actually take that back. It's a gain of 6. I was looking down. It'll be 3rd and 8 for Eustis. Eustis, let me try and set the table for you, in white jerseys with black pants. Cocoa in their home black with the orange trim. At 10:48 to go, first quarter, just underway. The only game, I'm told, in the state of Florida starts at 7 o'clock tonight. And, nice play by the quarterback, but the Tigers are just too quick. He faked to his left, threw back to his right to number 3, Demarion Hagens. And the Tigers, once again, are there for no gain. 4th and 8, and the punting unit will come on for Eustis, and back deep for Cocoa will be C.J. Bragg. Bragg standing at about his 35-yard line. That would make this about a 60-yard punt. So I'm not sure CJ's got the yardage time correctly, and he's going to move up. And Coco's actually going to take a timeout here. Want to thank all of our sponsors tonight. We want to thank Top Notch Training. Want to thank Orange Pest Control. Want to thank Jim Williams, the Cocoa Tigers Booster Club, and everybody that's helped make this season what it has been here on Brevard Sports Network for high school football. Not just the Cocoa Tigers, but all of it and beyond. So thank you very much. We appreciate you, and we are sorry that we cannot show the game. But and that's the way it's going to be with Cocoa throughout the rest of the playoffs. The Tigers, the number 1 ranked team in the state of Florida, which means every game they'll play at home. Bragg standing at his own 35. The snap is good. The punt is a low line drive right to Bragg. Bragg with plenty of room across the 40, 45, 50. He's got a blocker in front. Bragg all the way in to Eustis territory. And Brady Hart and the Cocoa Tigers will take over 1st and 10 at the Eustis 36-yard line. The Tigers are under the guidance and tutelage of 6th-year head coach Ryan Schneider. And there you see on your screen, Coach Schneider, 59-15 in his 6 seasons at the helm. That was C.J. Bragg on the return. Bragg's had him quite a season. 6 touchdowns, and 860 yards. But the Cocoa offense is guided by sophomore quarterback Brady Hart. And a quick give, and this Boggs down the sidelines, pushed out at about the 4. One play, gain of about 27, and the Tigers will have first and goal. Speaking of Boggs, 965 yards this season. Actually says 33 touchdowns. It's 18 touchdowns. That's how many touchdowns Brady Hart has this season. So Hart, 33 touchdowns, 7 interceptions, 2,518 yards this year. The Tigers first and goal, give back, cuts inside, and the ball carrier that time was Nicky Teeter, and Teeter on sort of a jet sweep. He stopped short. It'll be second and goal at about the 4-yard line. And the Cocoa Tigers, with their second offensive play, looking to get into the end zone. If you're looking for other games here tonight, they will kick off at 6:30, or 7:30, 7:30 tonight. So, yeah. Well, I don't know why the NFHS is not broadcasting. That's a touchdown for the Cocoa Tigers, but we got flags in the end zone. That pass is complete to Javen Boggs. It should be a touchdown, but a flag is down. Let's see. Let's check the flag here. And it's going to be pass interference against the offense. So the Tigers, well, I mean, I don't know why the NFHS network's not broadcasting. Let me check with Mark Karstens here on this one, and we'll see what the deal is. And it's offensive pass interference. And Hart looks, throws, fires, wide open corner end zone, out of bounds. Pass just a little too far for Boggs. He thought he got his feet down. He did not, and this is going to bring up third down and goal now from about the 17-yard line. I just texted Athletic Director Mark Karstens to let him know that the NFHS network was not broadcasting. And we'll see here, third down and goal from the 17. Hart rolls to his right. He's in trouble, gets out of it, finds a receiver across the middle, and that's caught, hauled in at the 8, but he is dragged back. He is DJ Bryant. That's a good throw on the run by Hart and a good catch by Bryant, but it's going to bring up fourth and goal, and the Tigers are going to come on. I'm not sure why there's no feed on that NFHS network. 8:19 to go here. And on for a field goal attempt is Gunnar Trout. Trout, the ball spotted at the 15. This will be a 25-yarder. Kick is up, and it is good. And with 8:04 to go here in the first quarter, the Cocoa Tigers get on the board early. They don't get the touchdown they wanted, but they do get on the board early, and they lead it 3-0. All right, well, if in 15 minutes we'll make a decision here. And, yeah, that's ridiculous, man. You can't have these issues. I will definitely email the FHSAA on Monday, and maybe this won't happen moving forward. Now, that significantly will increase the price of the stream, but it is what it is. We paid them today for 3 football games and 2 volleyball games and sent them a pretty fat check, so they got to be happy. And Trout set the kickoff here, and this ball will be – he keeps it out. Oh, he drops it at the 1, picks it up. Hagens brings it across the 5, 10, but he'll be stopped at about the 11 here. So the 11-yard line, 3-0 Tigers on a 25-yard. Yeah, I'm gonna. I don't wanna. I don't wanna. Yeah, right, Derek. I'm with you, buddy. Not at game time. If you got technical difficulties, run a test. We at least run a test. Let me know if they're showing this thing at the end. If there's no stream at the end of the first quarter, we'll turn it on. And then I'll just have them bill me. To the outside, good play. Good pitch and catch there from the quarterback, Troy Saladin, to his wide receiver, number 10. That's Eric Vega. And that brings up a 2nd down and 3. Second and 2, actually. That Cocoa Tiger defense has just been remarkable this season. You want to talk about dark side? We'll tell you how dark side in a minute. Not sure where quarterback was going with that one, but that Cocoa Tiger dark side defense. Get the graphic up here. Saladin's pass was incomplete. That brings up 3rd and 2. Saladin across the middle, incomplete, 4th and 2. So incomplete, and Bragg will get to do it again here. That Tiger defense this year, 46 sacks, 8 interceptions, 116 tackles for a loss. Pretty impressive by that Cocoa defense this year, to say the very least. And that has no shot to get off, and the Tigers will take over 1st and 10 at the Eustis 16. Keep me posted on that NFHS network stream. So 1st and 10 here. Tigers can pick up a 1st down. They got the ball at about the 12. Hart turns, gives to Malachi Coney. Coney cuts back inside, down, and he's close to a Tiger 1st down. And Malachi Coney picks up 6 yards. Nothing, huh? We got 6 minutes and 58 seconds here. Turns, gives, and touchdown, Cocoa Tigers. Coney from 3 yards out and with 6:28. All right, here we go. Adapt and overcome, right? That's what we'll do. And the kick is up, and it is good. And with 6:28 to play in the game, or in the first quarter in the game, I'm all frazzed here now that I've got to turn my entire broadcast around here. But you know what? That's what you do. You overcome and you adapt. The Tigers get on the board on a Malachi Coney touchdown. And it's 10-0 here. So we'll show the game. Right? I mean, what else you're looking at me? What, you got a thought on this? Well, I just need to get something straight here. Because I'm open for all and any suggestions. I'll email the FHSAA on Monday and let them know what occurred and that the stream's not being shown. And I mean, it's not like I ain't gonna pay the bill. Ball is hauled in at the 4 across the 15. He's got room to run. He's down the sidelines, cuts back. That's a sifty little move there. And all the way out to the 50-yard line. That's a great run. And it'll be 1st and 10. Ball just shy of the Cocoa, or actually ball just shy of midfield. Yeah, there it is. No live stream events at this time. I see it on the thing. So, whoever put that message in the comments, can you please message that to me at Facebook, please? I would greatly appreciate that. So, all right, 2nd down and 5 for Eustis. They have cracked the midfield stripe here. Ten to nothing though. Cocoa on top with 5:38 to play in the first quarter. No, I won't get in trouble. Listen, for 4 years, I mean, we've paid the NFHS network. Well, actually, I should say we've paid the FHSA over $23,000 since 2019, or since 2020. So they'll just send me a bill for the difference, and we'll have to pay it. That's all. 10-0. Third down, Eustis. I would imagine they already feel like they're in 4-down territory. And that ball carrier there is number 5, Zachary Minnis. And Minnis. Who? Oh, yeah, Tamir Gaines. Zachary Minnis is 6. My apologies. Thanks. Thank you. Appreciate you. So it's 4th down, and just as I suspected, they're going to go for this. Drops back. Yeah, that wasn't a very good play at all because, first of all, right there, just waiting for that, was Josh Brown, and Brown came in and delivered a thump. That young man will soon not forget, and the Tigers will take over 1st and 10. At their own 47-yard line. We definitely want to thank Orange Pest Control for their sponsorship of tonight's game. They're actually right here on Cox Road in Cocoa. Well, actually, they sponsor Brevard Sports Network, so we want to give them a little love tonight. Jim Williams and company have sponsored this game, and the Cocoa Tiger Booster Club. Hart throws across the middle into double coverage there. I keep forgetting I'm now showing the game, so I got to move the camera here. My bad. Well, welcome to the live stream. Heritage game starts at 7:30. The Cocoa game is the only game, I'm told, in the state that started at 7 o'clock tonight. And that may have something to do Yeah. Titusville did too, it looks like. Across the middle, nice throw and catch. Hart to Boggs. How many times have we said that this year for 15 yards and a first down? Quick snap and a quick run and another quick first down for Coco. I believe that was Malachi Coney. And I'll tell you what, Malachi Coney has been a different kind of runner this year. Actually, that's Latrison Lane there. And he has been magnificent this year for Coco as well. 1st and 10, and the Tigers are wasting no time going back down the field. Nicky Teeter on a wide receiver screen. Teeter with his speed. Is he in? Touchdown, Coco Tigers! And with 3:44 to go, Nicky Teeter on a wide receiver screen. But guess what? We got flags. That's all right. I like saying Coco Tiger touchdown. I'll say it again. So Palm Bay and Titusville looks like they got started at 7 o'clock too. So this ain't the only game that started at 7. So Coco's going to be pushed back again, and this is going to be the second touchdown wiped off the board on this one on a hold. The previous one on a interference. That's a fact right there. They didn't throw the flag until the touchdown. Hart. And they got him. That's offsides. That'll move it up 5 yards, so it'll be 1st and 15. And I know I've said this every week throughout the last 12 weeks of the high school football season, but you never know who's watching for the first time. High school football rules changed this year in that holding is no longer a spot foul. It's just 10 yards from the line of scrimmage. So if you're logging on here wondering why we aren't doing just audio, the NFH network is having technical difficulties. Throws, and Hart knows he put that one out a little bit too far. That was intended for C.J. Bragg. The NFHS network is having technical difficulties, and they will not be showing the game tonight. So we have jumped in and decided to go ahead and do that, and I think the old term we used to use is bill me. Hart with a back across the Boggs, and this is where Boggs is at his best. Has anybody in the state of Florida been better this year in yak yards after the catch? Boggs simply magnificent this season in yards after the catch. You know the Tigers and how much Coach Snyder and Adam Franco love those wide receiver screens. It's 2-by-2 with one back in the backfield. The back is Lane. You got Hart standing with him. Third down here and 1. And nice play action. Oh, that was a beautiful play action pitch to Nicky Teeter. Teeter will have the first down inside the 10 at the 8, and they'll be inside the Coco Tiger Booster Club red zone here. Yeah, I'd ask for. Well, I wouldn't get a refund because that's a monthly. If you have paid for that, that's for a month. I wouldn't get a refund yet because they may come and fix these cameras on Monday. Inside out, touchdown, Coco Tigers. Tristan Lane. Yeah, the O'Galley game will be on at 7:30. O'Galley and Merritt Island is a 7:30 kick. Heritage and Vieira is a 7:30 kick. I know it's confusing because we said 7, but we didn't find out until today. Actually, I didn't find out until about an hour ago that they were 7:30 kicks. Snap, a hold. The kick is ugly but good. And with 2:12 to play in the first quarter, This one is going exactly as we suspected it would, as the Cocoa Tigers have a 17-0 first half lead. That time, Latrician Lane with a short touchdown run, and Cocoa doing their thing here on their way to defending their 2S state championship. All the games will be at FAMU in Tallahassee, state championship games this year. BSN will be on hand to deliver an audio cast. I promise you, those cameras won't break. But you can listen on BSN. You are welcome. Yeah, that's true. That's right. That's so true. Exactly. Well, remember though, Paul, the NFHS network is not showing the state finals. That is done through the FHSAA Boxcast, which is different. So they don't show the state finals on the NFHS network. That's done through the FHSAA's Boxcast, and that's a total separate entity. So this will at least take you through the Final Four, which is on the NFHS network. The only one that's not. And Boxcast is run through Spectrum. There you have it. No, you won't get any sound on NFHS. You will for the state championship. They put a full production together for that, does Boxcast. Nice keep. The Tiger defense inside, in there on the stop. The big man, Davion Hawkins Ingram. 17-0, 1:45 to play in the first quarter. Cocoa well in control here. Throws on the edge, and he gets knocked out of bounds. He'll pick up maybe 5, maybe 6. Eric Vega on the catch. We showed Palm Bay games this year. We showed a bunch of Palm Bay games this year. We had Palm Bay last week. You watched Palm Bay beat Satellite right here on BSN last week. 53 seconds. Throws. Oh, intercepted. Threw it right to him. He wants a pick six. He won't get it. But that's just good job there. And the Tigers are rolling on all cylinders here. Josh Brown with a pick, and the Tigers are, with 44 seconds to go, will take over close to the Cocoa Tiger Booster Club red zone. I want to thank Orange Pest Control. And now we welcome in top-notch training here for the rest of this quarter and in the second. No, I promise you didn't watch it on the NFHS network. You watched it on Boxcast, FHSAA Boxcast, Spectrum Sports. I promise you. First and 10, 17-0 is the score. Hart in trouble, and down goes Hart. Second down and 20 now for the Tigers. 23 seconds to go here. Hart looking at the sidelines. Adam Franco and everybody else down there sending in signals. Good thing Michigan's not in the house. Second and 20. Fake. Looks, fires, throws, wide open across the middle is DJ Bryant. First down, Cocoa. And that will take us to the end of quarter number 1 with your score. The Cocoa Tigers 17, Eustis nothing. Tigers driving, back in a minute. incomplete on first down here. Turns, gives Coney, and Coney down. A rare incomplete pass, or drop, I should say, by Bragg there. Sorry, I was texting with AD Mark Karstens about this situation with the NFHS network. And we should have football. Yeah, Vero Beach and Heritage is running. And O'Galley, that's a good-looking scoreboard there by Jackson. Throws out on the flat, touchdown. Cocoa Tigers, 23-0. Looks like C.J. Bragg getting in on this party. And no, that's Nicky Teeter. Or no, that's Boggs. Boggs on the catch over there. My old eyes deceive me. Javen Boggs with his 20th touchdown of the year. And the Tigers continue to shake the cleats loose from the Panthers here. And they're looking to make it 24-0, and it is. And the Cocoa Tigers, with 11:21 to play in the first half, have scored yet again, and they lead it 24-0. My goodness gracious. This is, I'll tell you, as we go into the state playoffs here, they're obviously Brevard County and the Cocoa Tigers, lots of history. There are your state championship teams on the screen there. "15 times Brevard County has won a state championship. Of course, Cocoa with the 3 straight from 08, 9, and 10, and 2016 and 22. As they get set to kick off here. Vero Beach Panthers have taken the field. I would imagine we'll see a mass exodus of viewers off of this broadcast. And that ball into the end zone, and it'll be 1st and 10 for Eustis from their own 20-yard line. If you're looking for something to watch tomorrow, while there is a lot of good college football on tomorrow, the ACYAA is also having Super Bowl Saturday tomorrow, and they will kick off at 8 a.m. tomorrow. They will kick off, and these games will run all day long. You'll see Coco's football youth program plays in 2 or 3 games tomorrow. Vero Beach plays in 4 games tomorrow. West Melbourne in a couple of games. Throws, caught underneath, and immediately, and I do mean immediately, brought down. 11:11 to play in the first half, and the Tigers for what would what would be the second. Yeah, no, they beat Rocklands last week 26-0. The week before they ran the clock. So, yeah, I mean, everything okay? Looks, fires, throws, tipped, and intercepted. And this could be a pick 6. Cuts back inside. Touchdown! Cocoa Tigers! Davion Parham with the pick 6. How about it? 33-0. Parham with a beaut there, Clark. Great tip drill concentration. And it'll be a running clock just to start the second half here. Unbelievable. Cocoa getting on the board defensively. The dark side defense. Flashing some athleticism there on the pick 6 with the tip. Right into the hands of Parham. And away he went. Snap, kick, good. $31-0. I don't know where I come up with 33. $31-0. and we're still double-digit time on the scoreboard in the first half. And look, I'm not. I mean, look, Eustis was 7-3 this year, but this is Coco's different football. And when you finish as the number one team in the state, I get it. Max Prep's their fourth because they put IMG and all of that, but split the difference in what do they work at worst two between the two polls? I mean, this has been one hell of a year. I mean, there's just no doubt about it. I mean, it should be a 10-0 football team. It's just an impressive year by this team. You know, I asked a Cocoa alum, someone who's been following this football team for 30 years this week, is this the best Cocoa Tiger football team they've ever seen? And they broke it down really nice for me. And ultimately, the answer was yes, it was. So I don't know how you feel about it. I've not seen all of the teams. I didn't see the 2008 team. I saw the 09 and the 010 team play sparingly when I moved to Brevard County. I'd come out to high school football on Friday nights and watch, and I was told Cocoa was where I needed to be. So I would come out, buy a ticket, sit in stands and watch, getting to learn the area and the teams and all. And so those were good teams, don't get me wrong, but that 16 team, Hawkins and company and Judson, a good team. But this is as well-rounded of a high school football team as I believe I've ever seen in Brevard County in my 10 years, 11 years. You say no, Markel? 9, 10, and 11? Yeah, I know a lot of people will go with that. But the one thing that this individual said to me was the Tigers didn't play the schedule. Those teams played tough schedules, but it wasn't as tough as the one the Tigers have played this year. And that one will roll into the end zone. So it's a great discussion to have because they're all great football teams. And Derek is right. Derek Williams, you're right. It is a different dynamic. You know, it's incredible to watch. You know, I thought when Ryan Schneider came in and took this team over, to me it was interesting. Johnny Wilkinson took this team to the 2017 state championship against Jacksonville Reigns, and they didn't win the football game. But they did it running the football 75% of the time and throwing it 25% of the time. Ryan Schneider's first year as the head coach here, the following year, he took them back to the state championship game against Jacksonville Reigns. Ended up with the same result. They didn't beat them. But they did it in two completely different ways. Which just speaks to the talent level in this program. And this school has gone from a running school under Wilkinson to one that airs it out under Schneider. But the one constant has always been that defense. Jim Williams, please help me say welcome to Jim Williams and thank Jim Williams. And Jim, in case you're just joining us from Camp Casey, South Korea, where it is 13 hours later. What's it, Jim, about 8:30 over there in the morning? Throws about 8:30 in the morning over there. In case you're wondering, Jim, we had to turn the camera on because the NFHS network is not working, so we'll figure it all out this week. Yeah, running, passing. So true, Markel, so true. 3rd down and 5 for Eustis. And at this point, if you're Eustis, you got to treat this like it's the fourth quarter, and it's got to be a fourth. I mean, you can't punt here. You got to try to get something going. And I like the fight in Eustis still to this point. Did he get the first down? That's the question. Jenny Penn. Jim Williams wants that blue roof gone over there. I don't know what all the hubbub is over there from the stands. A lot of the referees in the stands on the Eustis side are upset about something. And I think what they're upset about is the fact that Eustis was going to punt And then they actually are now going to go for this, and I don't understand. I don't understand that play call. Did he get it? He may have gotten it. Yeah, he does. So Eustis does get the first down on the seat. And we got a cramped player on the field. It's the Cocoa training staff. Absolutely. Absolutely. Jay, not a problem. O'Galley up 7-0 on Merritt Island and driving again. Sarah says the thing, Jim, I think you'd get some help with that roof. And O'Galley scores again, and the Commodores are pouring it on early on Merritt Island here, leading at 13-0. Cocoa would play the 4-5 winner next week. Quick pitch, and that is a bad quick pitch. And that's a loss of about 3, 4, 5. It'll be second and 18 for Eustis. Yeah, no, they played Bishop Gorman. Johnny took them out to Vegas to play Bishop Gorman that year. It was a good football game, too, in that first half. It was that second half that it got away from Cocoa. And stacks him up, and it's third and a trip back to Eustis for a first down. What's that one? No score? Want to thank Top Notch Training for their sponsorship. I'd like to welcome in the Cocoa Tiger Booster Club now for the rest of the quarter and the halftime, which will be no halftime. I got to sneak away, and so I don't believe there's going to be a band performance, so you're just going to watch the scoreboard tick away. Quarterback drops back here on 3rd and long, and he's going to be dropped by Lauren Ward. And Ward just continues to eat quarterbacks this year. And for Lauren Ward, that is his 7th sack of the year and the 47th for the Tigers. And now they'll punt. Sarah said, I would like to thank the other network for their equipment malfunction. That's pretty good. Caught. And that's good. Good run back there by Nate Chason. And the Tigers and Hart. If I'm Cocoa and I'm starting the second half with a running clock, Hart's on the bench, Boggs is on the bench. They're all on the bench. All of them. That's just me. That's how I would do it. But there's a reason I'm a broadcaster and not a coach. There's a lot of coaches who've told me over the years from the broadcasting booth, shut up and mind your own business, Slaughterzinski. Let us do the coaching down here. She said, instead of running the clock, get that bus running. Oof. Play action, Hart, intro. You better get rid of it. He does. And somehow nearly made something out of nothing there. That's the one thing, obviously, as a sophomore quarterback, the one thing I'd like to see improvement from, and I'm nitpicking here on Hart because he's had a great year, but you want to see him a little more calm under pressure. But again, he's a sophomore, and that's stuff that comes with maturity, and he'll work on that. But young quarterbacks always, when they're under pressure, sometimes tend to look panicked, and that's what Hart looked there. 2nd and 12, throws caught by Bryant, and an easy pitch and catch gets the Tigers to a 3rd down and 1 situation. And again, I'm just nitpicking here. 6:50 to go in the first half. Thank you, Kiki. Appreciate that. 3rd and Tigers last minute switch, and Nicky Teeter will come off. And coming on is Xavier Chappell, who's made some plays this year. This is Latrison Lane. Lane, he is so good, so young, and he is breaking away. Gone. Is he in? Will they give it to him? No, they're going to down it at the 1 yard line. Latrison Lane, do they give it? No. So it'll be 1st and goal for Coco. I guess about as close as you can get without actually scoring. And this would put the Tigers over the running clock mark with 6:32 to play. I'm told by Athletic Director Mark Karstens that the NFHS network was here on Wednesday for 4 hours working on that camera and believe they had fixed it. Apparently didn't work hard and or long enough. I'll tell you what, Latrison Lane is something else to watch running the football. He is just so quick. You got to let him finish. They do. Oh, look at that move. And a flag flies. I don't care what this flag is. That move by Lane pulled everybody out of their cleats. He stopped on a dime. Whoop! Reminds me of old Chris Berman days. Remember on NFL primetime? Whoop! We're going to get it's an illegal false start or something there. The referee signaled against Coco. So that'll back him up. He did not get in. So it'll be first and goal from about the 6 or 7 here. What a move by Lane. I just give it to him until he gets in. 3-by-1 set, and it is to Lane. Lane cuts back again. And Lane is in for the Coco Tiger touchdown. And with 5:52, it's 37-0 Coco. Lane again in the end zone. And, for those of you that don't know, Lane is a 10th grader. And we got a glimpse of an 8th grader a couple of weeks ago, an 8th grade running back, Tamarion Walker, who's pretty good too, by the way. The Coco kick is up, and as it has been, it is good. And the Tigers lead it 38-0 with still 5:45 to play in the half. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. Now, if you don't know the running clock situation, it even though it can't happen until the start of the second half. So they can't run the clock now, but they will at the start of the second half. as we get ready to go. And Gunnar Trout, whose last kick was into the end zone for a touchback, has this one flying deep and fielded at the 1. Across the 10, 15, cuts back, breaks outside, and he could go. Look at this. Cuts back again, still on his feet. What a run by that young man. That's LaShawn Williams. His helmet comes off, and flags fly, and they'll tack 15 more. This is the thing you don't want to see with the Cocoa Tigers. Don't be undisciplined here. This is where I know it can be tough, but you don't want to do anything undisciplined. And this will make it, with 5:31 to go, this will move it up 15 more yards, and Eustis will have a pretty good start to this drive. I like the Cocoa on the field. That's the first time I've ever seen Cocoa spelled out on the field like that. That looks nice. So they're going to call a face mask on that. Shocker. I mean, his helmet was laying one way, his head was laying the other. That generally doesn't happen unless you get a hold of something. And the yardstick guy disappeared on us. There he is. Okay. Turn. He'll pick up 4. It's Jameer Gaines on the carry. I think if you're Cocoa, the object here at this point is nothing more other than to stay healthy. Stay healthy. Keep them out of the end zone, too, because I know Coach Snyder, if it's not a running clock, he won't pull the starters. Nice pitch, yeah, but it's too late as Davion Parham comes in and makes the ball carrier pay for the slow pitch, and that'll be a loss of 8, and it'll be that quick. 3rd down and 11. $38-0 is our score. I don't think it surprises anybody. Eustis throws, wide open, busted coverage, caught, touchdown, Eustis Panthers. And turning around looking to see whose man it was. That's just flat busted coverage right there. And the Tigers are talking about it. And Eustis gets on the board with a Panther touchdown. And that's good recognition by Saladin there to see that guy running wide open. And it's a running clock no more. And you don't want to see that. That is a mental breakdown. Those are things you definitely don't want to have happen this time of the year. But they'll get it fixed. I guarantee they're all going to be under that tent in a minute. And the kick is up, and that's a good one too. And it's 38-7. We got us a barn burner here now. And just watch them all head to this tent down here in a minute. That's Adam Franco and his offense over there. But I'm pretty sure Coach Diesel's going to be bringing the defense there in a minute. He's going to politely excuse the offensive coordinator as he makes his way towards the tent. Here he comes. And the door's open. And in comes the defense. And there they go. The offense gets up. And that'll do it for that offensive learning session. Time to figure out who busted the coverage. All right. Second quarter action here. 4:15 to play in the half. Tigers still plenty of time to get points 43 and 44 here. You just don't see those types of mistakes from that Tiger defense that often. And I'll show you the tent again in a minute here. On how many people are down there underneath of it. The left-footed kicker boots this one, and that's in the end zone there. So here's a look at what's going on after that touchdown, and that's also what separates. Now, I know a lot of high school teams do this these days, but I promise you that's a different kind of conversation they're having down there than what you would normally hear under a high school tent. They're going to know who they're going to know how that won't happen again. And here we go now. Hart, 3-by-1 set, 3 wide receivers to the near side. Boggs, the wide man closest to your screen. And that's another wide receiver screen to Nicky Teeter. Teeter breaks 1 tackle, breaks 2, breaks 3. Teeter down the sidelines. And Nicky Teeter all the way out close to midfield. And Nicky Teeter gets the Tigers a first down. Now we look in here. Stream look okay? Good. I always worry about that. 3-0 Heritage. Hart underneath, caught. DJ Bryant picks up 8. The Eustis fan base has come to life. Eustis this season with wins over Harmony. Well, doesn't everybody? Foundation Academy. The Villages, Umatilla. The First Academy, Mount Dora. And last week with a win over Merritt Island, 32-28. Thank you, Sarah. Appreciate that. Tigers 1st and 10 at the Eustis 46. Hart drops back. Oh, wow. Great looking throw. Wide open. Caught all the way down to the 5. How about the pitchy catch there from Hart to C.J. Bragg. And it's 1st and goal to go for the Cocoa Tigers. That's a beaut. 37 yards, right back to the line of scrimmage. Turns, gives to Coney. Coney cuts inside, still on his feet. Touchdown, Cocoa! And a flag flies 10 minutes after Coney crossed the line. Let's see what the call is. And for some reason, he found the need to pick it up and place it exactly where he meant to throw it. So let's see what he does here. That's a terrible call. Coney's 8 yards into the end zone when the flag flies. That's the 3rd touchdown Coco's had called back tonight. But the other 2 times they were 2 for 2 and making it work. First and Hart in rolls, throws. Where's the flag there? He grabbed him by his jersey and held him. No flag. Adam Franco wants it. The referees in the stands want it. I want it. Give it to us. I mean, Coney was nearly like at the goalpost pad when he threw that flag. I'm surprised he didn't hit Malachi Coney with it. 2nd and goal from about the 15. Franco giving the signal. So is Schneider. One of them's got the play. Time winding down here. They got to hurry. He does. Hart looks, fires, throws, and incomplete as he overthrows Bragg. That'll bring up third and goal for the Tigers. Please give him a cheeseburger or something. I love the comments. They do help get me through wide margin of victory games. I just hope everybody stays for the second half. I want to see for the next, I would say, next week, we could be looking at a similar situation. Who knows? I mean, I don't know what we're going to be facing with Titusville a 3 seed, Palm Bay a 6 seed. That game, I don't know how that's going to end up. Hart looks, fires, throws, caught, touchdown. Nicky Teeter. What a catch by Teeter. What a throw by Hart. Teeter drilled on the catch, and he hangs on. And the Tigers say, no holding on that. And with 2:35 to play in the half, it's 44-7. Go Tigers. Palm Bay 7, Titusville 3 at the half. Doesn't surprise me. Does not surprise me. I knew that was going to be I still like Titusville to pull it out. That's nothing against Palm Bay, but I knew it would be a dogfight. Kick is up, and it's good. So we're back to another running clock situation if we can get there, and we'll see what the defense learned under the tent when they come back out. With the score 44-7 now. What happened? Did it? Okay. Well, he'll re-up it. It happens. You lose the signal from time to time. It'll be back. What was the score there? And we're still good over at okay, well, we're still good there. Okay. As Gunnar Trout gets set to kick it off here. And he does. And it's fielded. I want to thank one of BSN's newest and loyal sponsors, Orange Pest Control. They're going to be with Brevard Sports Network throughout the rest of the school year. So it'll be through the baseball season, through the basketball season, softball. And so Orange Pest Control, if you need a free quote, and they handle everything from pest and rodent control, termites, bed bugs, you name it, lawn services, go orangepest.com. First and 10 for Eustis. And down the young man goes, and Lauren Ward, actually that's not Lauren Ward, that's Samadre Hawkins letting Gaines know that, yes, I've been here all night. I will continue to stay here. 2 minutes to play in the half. Rock losing 16-0 to Jensen Beach. That's a shocker to me. I'm sorry, but it is, because Jensen Beach, a lot like Heritage, in that the toughest team they faced all year is Rockledge, but I guess not. Quarterback back, he's in trouble, and he's going to go down. And that sack by the man of the game tonight defensively, Josh Brown. That is the 48th sack by the Dark Side defense this year. And it'll be third down and a trip to Tallahassee for a first down. Carmen Moore says, orange is great. Yes, indeed, Tanya. Yes, indeed. I got a little help tonight in the booth. I got Sheriff Dellis with me tonight, so I got a little help in the booth tonight. Looking outside, nearly sacked, and he goes down. Cheryl's been actually a great help. Got her phone on. looking at other games, just informed me my guys lost the stream over at O'Galley. I'm sure they'll get that fixed. So it'll be 4th down and forever. And on to punt with 40 seconds to go are the Eustis Panthers, and that's either Chason or Bragg standing. I don't know why he's standing 60 yards back. Now he comes up. This kid must have a foot, I guess. Has he come back yet? Yeah. No, that's the old one. That's the old one, right? All you have to do is just do that. All right. 21-0, Meridon. I guarantee you I know what he did. You know what he did? When he went to fix the score, he ended the stream. 21-7. How's Bradford look, Markel? Well, the good news is that this one will be over, 18 seconds to go. So we got 18 seconds till the half. So this one will be over in a straight 24 minutes here coming up. Vero's up 7-3 on Heritage. And he shanked that. And, I think with 17 seconds to go, why not let Gunner try a field goal here? And I say that because you just don't know. There's a flag down for some reason. That was also thrown 25 minutes late. Apparently they're upset with the clock for some reason. Coco. All right, so it looks like they waved it off, picked it up, something. But I'd let him try a field goal. I mean, just because you never know when you're going to need the more practice in games. You can kick them all day in practice, but you don't get this type of game-type situation. Hart looking to make it. Oh, he just lets it go loose, up in the air, throws it up, and incomplete. Coco looking to put close to a 50 spot. It'd be 52-0 if they could get in the end zone here. 52-7, my apologies. And he is going to kick a field goal. And I like this. I like him doing this. Let's see what the kid's got, right? I mean, the ball's going to be marked. The ball's going to be marked at the 28. This is a 38-yard field goal, so you will know if you can rely on him. Not that one field goal tells the story, but as a coach, you get more confident. Trout. The snap is good. The hold is good. The kick is up, and it is a beaut. A 38-yarder makes it 48-7 at the half. Tigers running roughshod, as we thought they might, over Eustis. 44-3 is 7, right? 47? Or was it 45? It was 45, so it's 48-0. Yeah, I've done it. The score has gone so high, I've lost count. All right, we'll be back to start the second half here on Brevard Sports Network in 17 minutes.
Hello, Space Coast. Alan Slaughter-Zinski for the Brevard Sports Network. I just wanted to take this opportunity to thank all of you for your support of BSN and allowing us to cover your student athletes and come into your home each and every night. Give us a follow on Facebook at Brevard Sports Network, and here's to many more years of top-notch sports coverage right here in Brevard County. Thanks again.
All right, welcome back here to Richard Dick Blake Stadium. About 90 seconds to go until the second half kickoff. The Tigers deferred, so they'll receive. We'll start with a running clock. And I talked to Coach Matt Diesel at halftime down in the locker room, and on the touchdown, it was a quarters play, and the drop quarter didn't drop, and that is the busted coverage on the play. Mainland up 35-0 on Satellite at the half, or close to the second quarter, actually. So that will be a running clock to start. If anybody's got an update on the Rockledge game, we'd be happy to take that as well. Vero Beach is up 14-10. So what we're going to do tonight, because this game's going to end quickly, I'm going to go back to the studio, obviously get a setup for the post-game show. But I'm going to try something tonight, and I think tonight's the perfect night to try it. I'm going to do like a red zone thing on the remaining two games. So we'll break down. I'll start going over the scores and everything that I can find out as I research, and we'll do that together. But I will red zone it, channel it, and switch to the game on our network that's in the red zone. So let's have a little fun tonight. And the Tigers will receive 12 minutes on the clock. That clock won't stop unless Eustis asks for it. And I don't think they're going to want that smoke or an injury. 27-7 O'Galley over Merritt Island. And we see, I'm curious to see if Coach Schneider, we'll see Bradford before the state, I believe. We saw them in the state semifinal last year at Bradford. This year, there'll be no tornado warnings and all that stuff. They'll be coming here. Everybody will be coming here. In fact, the Tigers had such a good year, the FHSAA ought to make the state championship game here. 48-7 is our score, and the kick is away and in the end zone. I will say this for Eustis. They got a really good kicker. They say they want the rematch. No, maybe with last year's team, but I don't think they want this year's team. And that's no disrespect to a state championship team. But this team, and it's hard to be better than that team was last year. But, I mean, Can you find me another team in the state of Florida in which all 5 starting offensive linemen returned? Yeah, Bradford don't want that. And here we go. And the quarterback is C.J. Bragg. And the night is over. And Bragg turns and just gives. And I believe we're going to see the 8th grader a lot in this half. And so be listening, please, for the name of Tamarion Walker. That's Latrice Lane out there. The helmet is off for the sophomore quarterback. And there you see him down there on the sidelines. Next to Coach Franco, giving the signs. What another good night for him, for Boggs. Boggs is not out there. And Lane. And you can tell that second unit's out. That's not a knock on him, but probably a little bit more better competition and even competition for Eustis. I am, Markel, I am, bud, because I'm telling you, man, this is a different team, man. It just is. I knew that. Win, lose, whatever happened at St. Thomas doesn't matter. The way Coco played at St. Thomas told me right then and there this was a different team. Throws. Oh, look at that. Did you see that? What a catch. Unbelievable. How about the throw and the catch? Hauled in by Jamarion Cox. What a catch. Don't matter. 1st and 10 for the Cocoa Tigers at the Eustis 45. What a throw, what a catch. C.J. Bragg doing his thing, teeter in motion, jet sweep to Nicky. Nicky tries to get outside, and Nicky Teeter will be brought down for a loss of 5. Bragg turns. Yeah, no, we're home for everything until the state championship this year, which is a beautiful thing already. 9 minutes and 30 seconds to play here. 3 minutes just about knocked off of the clock. 2nd and 15 for Coco. Ball at the Eustis 49. Bragg from the gun. Tristan Lane next to him. CJ in trouble. CJ crushed. That's Zachary Mins. I'll tell you, man, this is in the future. I mean, we're looking at the future, too. And when I say the future, look, well, obviously you got some seniors out there, and like Bragg playing quarterback, but, I mean, you're looking at, Cocoa Youth Football has, Rockledge Youth Football put out some hell of a teams over the last couple of years. A lot of those kids are out there playing right now. Bragg looking, oh, my goodness gracious, what is going on up the middle of that? And obviously Eustis has made a couple of adjustments up front. The Cocoa Tigers will be forced to punt for the first time tonight. This is the second-string offensive line in there, and they are going against the first-string Eustis defense. So you learn, you live, and you learn. And Gunnar Trout will come on for his first punt tonight, but Coach Franco will bring him over to the TV, and they'll take a look at how to pick up that 4-man blitz. Trout with a beaut, and I mean an absolute beaut. That takes a Cocoa bounce. That's a heck of a punt by Trout. 57 yards from Gunnar Trout to go with a 38-yard field goal tonight. Yeah, I remember those games against Booker. It wasn't until, remember that game in 2016, Bruce Judson and company scored that touchdown with, oh my goodness, this place went absolutely nuts. Absolutely nuts. What a night that was. Yeah, Booker T. Washington for 5 years. the nemesis for Wilkes and company. Throws, caught underneath. And up, that'll be a 15. Nope, they didn't throw the flag. Coming up tomorrow all day long. We did beat them, but we lost 4 years in a row to them. And once we finally beat them, it was Booker T that snapped Coco's string of 3 straight state championships in 2011. And then the Tigers would fall to BTW in 2011, 2012, 2013, 2014, and then, or 2015, and then finally beat them in 2016 and go on to win the state championship. Quick, pitch reverse. Look at this little snazzy play here. And that'll go for close to, if not a Eustis first down. 6 minutes to go in the third quarter. LaShawn Williams. Paul, thank you for the update. Titusville up 10-7. That was a wild first-round playoff game last year in which Palm Bay won 47-24. But if you'll remember in that one, it was 28-0 at halftime. But Titusville outscored Palm Bay in the second half. They just trailed them by too much to come back. Don't know, Jim. I'm trying to find out that Rockledge score. I heard something different down underneath in the locker room at halftime. I heard it was 31-3 Rockledge, and then somebody said on the stream it was 19-0 Jensen Beach. So I don't know. Oh, little flip tackle there, but a gain of 8. 2015 team was really good. Oh, we would play Bradford. Okay. So that's not a semifinal matchup this year. Okay, so it would be Bradford. I don't have the brackets in front of me. What's it? Yeah, it's close to accurate. And so that 19-0 score is probably more right than not. Quick pitch here on the option. And he steps out of bounds. When you run that option as a quarterback, you're looking for one thing. Your key is the defensive end. If the end goes with you, you cut back and take the seam. If he cuts back and comes in on you, you pitch the ball. Julie says, go Gunner Trout. Great night for that young man. 38-yard field goal, 57-yard punt. A couple of weeks ago in a game we did here on Brevard Sports Network, he was 9 for 9 on extra points. Gunner having a heck of a season. So is his cousin Marcus. They're going to go under center here. 1st and 10. 2-by-1 set, and this is going to be a fake on the reverse. He saw that coming for a mile away, and he's still on his feet. Good drive here for Eustis. But there's 4 minutes to play in the third quarter. And Gaines picks up more yards, and I like the no quit in Eustis. You don't want to see teams out here getting beat up for 4 quarters by first team, second team, and third team. Coco for years would have that first round matchup with Jones. If you remember, you go back to there, and it's this year played Jones in that first game of the year. And talking to Brady Hart, I got any of my glasses for that one. All right, scores real quick. Jensen Beach 16-0 there. Osceola getting beat by Treasure Coast 28-0. We got Lake Mary getting beat by Boone. Wow. That's Seminole 37-0 over Haggerty. 3:05 timeout on the field here. I'm not laughing at a score. Oh, no. Spectrum will shut me down in a minute, Markel. They don't play. Spectrum don't play. Any other good ones in there? Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Apopka, 8-7 with Evans and Leesburg, 14-13 over Auburndale. Thank you. What's your name? Thank you, Mr. Adri. Timekeeper official tonight anyway. 3:05 timeout on the field by Eustis. And the quarterback looking for that option, and Tim Tebow's it. And what I mean by that is Tebow used to throw that pass off the option constantly. And it's 3rd and 10, and all of a sudden, Eustis is running to a brick wall here with 2:45 and running. Third quarter, 48-7, Cocoa on top pretty easily. All 48 points coming in the first 24 minutes of the game. Defensive touchdown in there as well. Here comes the blitz, wide receiver screen, and he'll be just crushed over there. You know, a lot of times, I had a coach tell me one time we were talking about, I had a volleyball coach tell me this actually. When you're talking about the level of good, what is good? Okay? There's county good, there's state good, then there's national good. Those are the three different when you're in high school, those are the three different levels you really strive to want to become, right? If you're a program that commits to a certain particular sport, like Cocoa does football and Merritt Island and Viera do volleyball, and they're going to try. Well, hold on here because this is a kick worth watching here. This is going to be a 49-yard field goal attempt, 47-yard field goal attempt. He's going to be short and wide and no good. All right, so obviously when you're talking about the Tigers, they're nationally ranked. So they're national good. And a lot of times in these playoffs, you get those state good teams playing against those county good teams in the first round, and this is what you get. You get scores like this. And Cocoa, a national good team. So, but the level of good shrinks as the playoffs move on. So that's my point to that. Cocoa's a state and a nationally good team. And they're the only team in Brevard County, and I mean no disrespect to anybody else. O'Galley would be another team that you would look at and say, state good. They ended up 15th in the state this year. Heritage in the 30s, maybe. We'll see what happens tonight against Vero Beach. My biggest fear for Heritage tonight coming in against Vero Beach was this was the best team they were going to play all year. And right now they're losing by 2 scores, 21-10, and it's not all that different as we come to the end of the third quarter. It's not all that different than the COVID year when Cocoa was forced to have to stay in county and play. And when it came time to play state good, we were boat raced by Cardinal Gibbons. Cardinal Gibbons came here in the state semifinal and ran all over Cocoa. And that's when really Ryan Schneider decided that wasn't going to happen anymore and started scheduling all those hard teams. We have reached the end of the third quarter with your score. The Cocoa Tigers 48, the Eustis Panthers 7. All right, we welcome back Orange Pest Control and for the 12-minute fourth quarter here. And straight up the gut, and this is all you're going to see the rest of the way, I would imagine, unless it's third and a while to go here. Who will? Coco inevitably be forced to face next week. They will play the winner between Hudson and Denellen. And that'll be a loss. They'll play the winner between Hudson and Denellen, the 4-5 matchup. South Sumter and Nature Coast would be the 2-7 matchup in the bottom of the bracket, and the winner between Titusville and Palm Bay will play the winner of South Sumter and Nature Coast. So the Tigers could still very much possibly be looking at a regional final against Titusville or Palm Bay, the winner of that matchup. Bragg looks to go. He does go. Throws. Comes back. Does he catch that? He does. DJ Bryant with an unintended back shoulder fade. And Bryant hauls it in. And C.J. Bragg has thrown 2 long passes, and he's completed both of them. First and 10:35 to play in the game. Tigers well in command of this one. Thank you all for joining me here tonight. If you like youth football, you're going to want to be here tomorrow. 7, count them 7 broadcasts tomorrow here on the network as the ACYAA will do battle here for their Super Bowl winners. (34-14) right at the half for O'Galley and Merritt Island. Already under 10 minutes to go. Jet sweep. Cuts back. Oh, my. And that's going to be a 15-yard penalty as Xavier Chappell Tigers are going to pick up 15 extra yards. That's going to be an unsportsmanlike conduct on Eustis for taunting. That was a good hit. He stood over Chappell, flexed, and they'll flex 15 more yards down the field. I always get worried at times like this when the hometown team is up big in games like this in the playoffs because you don't want anybody to lose their cool. We saw last year in the second round of the playoffs or third round of the playoffs, whenever it was, and the situation involving Day Farmer last year. And they waved the flag off. So I guess the level of taunting wasn't enough. But still a really good run and a first down by Chappell. 8:33 to go. But you never want to see these kids put themselves in a position when you're way up to do something undisciplined to cause themselves to have to miss a game. And it's 99% of the time it happens in the heat of competition. That's a fake jet sweep and a give up the gut. And that is the young man we were telling you about. That's the 8th grader, Tamarion Walker, on the carry. No, next week you don't get DeVille or Palm Bay. You would only face DeVille or Palm Bay if one of those two teams reached the regional championship. Titusville and Palm Bay's in the bottom half of the bracket. So you won't get that matchup next week. And the reason that happened was because Titusville's a 3 seed and Palm Bay's a 6. And when you got 8 teams, the 3-6 always go in the bottom of the bracket. Bragg back to throw, ducks out of pressure. Boy, he felt that at the last minute. And he's out of bounds. Yeah, that's actually officially a sack there. Yeah, it can be confusing, man. It definitely can be confusing. The one I recommend is just to go right to the FHSAA website. Max Preps puts them all on a page, and it's confusing looking. I don't even go there anymore for brackets. Bragg looking, fires. He just lets it go. That was hitting the X button, and I think that's going to get it intercepted. Oh, no. No, no, no. He got it. Oh, no. They say that Eustis intercepted it. Teeter came up with it. I didn't see what happened, so I can't say one way or the other, and that would be unfair of me. But it is an interception on the X button play, and the change of possession and the water break will stop the clock. We got 5:48 to go, and it'll take exactly 5:48 to play it. We'll be back here on BSN. All right, welcome back here, and that's a catch across the middle. And for some reason, he runs 8 yards the wrong direction, and he comes back for the first down. Getting out of bounds doesn't stop the clock. Watching to see what people do in the stands with 4 minutes to play and a 41-point lead, and they're just having fun. There you go. Here's a perfect example. Right here, look. Where's she at? There you go. Look, she's just taking her iPad and showing and just taking pictures of people. And that'll be a big stop there. She's down there doing the little photographer. All right, so next week, Dunellen. I can't remember the other team I said already, but Dunellen or somebody right here on Brevard Sports Network. If the camera gets fixed, it ought to be an audio cast. If it doesn't get fixed, it'll be this. So make sure you stay with Brevard Sports Network. And coming up here in about an hour will be the BSN, and that is what you call great defense with 4th down on the line there. And with 3:20 to play, likely the final time the Tigers will take the field here in this one, as they'll likely try to run the clock out. And get out of here healthy. No heart in the second half. And I want to thank all of you for another great night. My broadcast family out there, I appreciate all of you and joining me on Friday nights here. Our time for football is winding down this season, but we still got a lot to go here on the Brevard Sports Network in terms of high school football. O'Galley will be a winner tonight. Cocoa will obviously be a winner tonight. So there's at least 2 games for you next week, and O'Galley will be at home, and you'll see that game here on BSN as well. Down to the 5 is Tamarion Walker, the 8th grader, and the talent just keeps growing here at Cocoa. So the seasons will come to an end for Satellite, and we'll have another game for you next week as well. We will also have MCC for you next week, and there's a team with an opportunity that can win a state championship, I believe, and close to getting in, but no can do. 1:45 to go. So, again, thank you all very, very much here for another great night of fun on BSN Friday Night Lights, the playoff edition. Time for post-game show coming up here in just a little bit, where we will do a little red zone thing. Like I said, join me for that because I expect Vero and Heritage to still be, didn't even need my notepads. And is that a touchdown? And it is. Touchdown. Cocoa Tigers. And it's 54-7 pending the extra point. Nikki Teeter gets in. And the Tigers have scored 7 touchdowns tonight. Yeah, man. Hey, keep that. A gift. I got 20 of them. 35 seconds, and I don't even think the Tigers are going to kick the extra point. And I want to thank Sheriff Dellis for helping me out here tonight in the booth. And, of course, Athletic Director Mark Karstens, Head Coach Ryan Schneider, and the entire Cocoa Tiger football program. And that's going to wrap it up. They're not even going to kick the extra point, and that's going to do it from Richard Dick Blake Stadium. The Cocoa Tigers are 1-0 here in this postseason in their quest to defend their 2S state championship. And I don't think, other than the one busted quarters coverage, I don't think you could have played a better football game than the one the Cocoa Tigers played here tonight. So, once again, your final score, the Cocoa Tigers 54, the Eustis Panthers 7. I want to thank Top Notch Training. I want to thank the Cocoa Tiger Booster Club, and I want to thank Orange Pest Control. Have a great night, everybody. We'll see you in about an hour for the postgame show.